Larry Smith. All right, so the last time we were here, my understanding is that all discovery had been received.
Last time discovery had not been received, but since then it has been received, Judge. We
Okay.
got school records that we were asking for. The state provided those last week. So I believe we have all the discovery necessary. I don't believe we're gonna come to a resolution, Your Honor, so we're gonna need a trial date.
All right, was an offer tendered?
Have an offer, yes.
All right, and when was that tendered?
At least 2 settings ago, and we rejected that. Your Honor.
All right, so are you asking for a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your plea deadline date has expired, so the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, how long are you all expecting this jury trial to last?
Judge, I think it's like a 4-day trial. We're probably gonna be going to the jury for punishment.
All right, Ms.
Yes.
Ferguson, I need a jury trial date for family violence, 4 days. All right, December 2nd.
We can do that, Judge.
All right, you'll be brought over dressed for trial in whatever attire you have at the Bear County Jail. If you wish to be attired in something different, you have to make arrangements with your attorney.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We're
right.
starting on that already, Judge.
All right, and counsel, if there's an issue with the clothing exchange, just let the court know.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
All
Judge,
right.
also, he had previously got, correct me if I'm wrong, a bond reduction down to 100,000.
Yes,
And we were wondering if the court would entertain another bond reduction, given the fact that he's been locked up for significant amount of time.
yes, just have Ms. Ferguson put it on the docket and I will hear it.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
all right, and I need an acknowledgement of discovery before
Yes.
you all leave today.
We'll get that done.
All right, thank you. Oh, State?
Yes.
On Smith, I do have an acknowledgement of discovery from September 19th, but you probably need an updated one. Okay. All right, Eric Kelley? Hi. Okay, so where are we on these cases?
If I may kind of summarize, Your Honor. Mr. Kelley has 2 pending drug charges that are before the court today.
Mhm.
Those cases, he also has had an aggravated robbery case that's been pending for some time that was
Yes.
awaiting indictment.
Yes,
The drug cases have been reset a number of times, trying to get some resolution of that robbery case. At some point, which was our last setting, I think the court's position was, we don't know this, the way things are operating right now, it could take forever to this case get indicted.
well, that wasn't me, because,
It's indicted now, Judge.
So
Okay.
the bottom line is that since our last setting, the robbery case has been indicted.
okay,
And I think we would have a chance of getting everything resolved. Here's the bad thing is.
Kelley Green is the attorney.
Problem is there's different lawyers.
Mhm.
And so, if we could get all the lawyers together.
oh, here's Bob Behrens now. Bob Behrens, can you come forward, please? So who else is the attorney other than Kelley Green?
It's,
The fraud is not indicted at this point, so, and it's the least of the problems, so I don't know if we'll need that attorney or not.
So we don't need that attorney.
Who is it?
All
I think
right,
it's Mr. Esparza, maybe.
so this is Eric Kelley.
Correct?
So if you all can talk. All right,
Talk amongst ourselves.
yes. So Mr. Kelley, if you have a seat, they're gonna talk amongst themselves. Who's here on Armando Garcia?
I'm present, Your Honor.
All right,
Morning, Judge.
good morning. So on this case, where are we on discovery?
We have all the discovery, Your Honor. We just need a trial date. We've gotten an offer. We rejected it.
Okay, just. And when was the offer tendered?
Gonna say last setting.
Last setting, a new offer was presented today, but
All right, so are you asking for a jury trial? All right, so your plea deadline date has expired. If you decide the day of trial to enter a plea, the court will only accept that plea agreement with good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Which case are you all going to be proceeding on? The aggravated assault or the felon in possession of a firearm?
Judge, the other one is an MTR.
Ah.
And, I'm sorry, the felon possession is an MTR.
Okay.
It would be the ag assault, public service.
All right, so are you all ready to proceed on the MTR on the felon in possession of a firearm because it's alleged that he didn't report in April.
We haven't discussed that, Judge.
Y'all want to discuss that?
Okay. We'll look at that.
All right, if you'll step back, thank you. No, you didn't. It's the system.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay.
We approach.
Yes, just give me one moment. Let me put this in the system and then I will be ready for you. Mr. Delayan? Yes.
On Armando Garcia, for the MTR, we want to set up a contested hearing.
All right. State, the contested hearing on Garcia, are you all able to do that today or no? All right, Mr. DeLeon, if you'll have a seat and let me take up this matter with the interpreter. All right, Ronaldo Matos.
Judge, it'd take at least an hour, so we can possibly do it this afternoon.
All right, if you all want to do this afternoon, we
It's,
can.
we're gonna waive the new number ones
Okay,
and then proceed on the second.
okay. All right, just give me one moment. All right, on this case, where are you all on discovery? I know it's pre-indictment, but I'm just wondering, so I'll know what the next setting date should be.
We don't have any medical records, Judge.
Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna recall this in December, if everybody is okay with the December date, because it hasn't been indicted.
That's correct.
And defense, if you have settings that you want to be heard before then, any motions for bond, just let the court know and we'll place it on the docket. So I say we can put this the week of December 9th.
Okay.
All right, is everyone okay with December 12th? That's a Thursday.
We're, state's fine.
I can do December 9th, Judge.
All right, we'll put it on December 9th. All right, Mr. Matos. Any questions you can ask your attorney? You haven't been indicted yet, so December 9th is just a date for me to figure out and make sure that discovery is flowing freely. I have no doubt that it will be flowing freely between attorneys, but I just want it on the 9th so we don't lose track of the case. And then we'll make sure that Matt knows that he needs an immigration attorney, and if you'll reach out to them as well, and they'll have an immigration attorney for him as well. Anything else?
Yes, Judge, on this actual nightmare case,
Mhm.
there was a violation submitted the end of September, I believe, and the court remanded Mr. Matos without bond. And so I wanted the court to set a bond.
All right. Marco? Can you pull I just have the order. Can you pull the full violation report so I can see what that was concerning? And State, have you had a chance to confer on this violation?
Yeah, yes, Richard did come forward and we spoke about it.
Okay. All right, once they pull that, then we will take it up. Just give him a moment. It's NM 733443. And I'm trying to look on my as well to see if I can pull it up. I may have found it. Let me see. So I believe, according to what I'm reviewing, have both parties had a chance to see the actual violation report?
I have not.
All right. So what I'm reviewing, this is the fourth. Everyone, please whisper. This is the fourth and third violation. And according to it, they said that there was a confirmed consumption on Scram. Is that what everyone else has?
That's my understanding, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling night mag number 733443, State versus Ronaldo Hernandez Matos. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, yeah.
Defense?
Bridget Gotza for defense.
And are you Mr. Matos?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter. If you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from Spanish I'm sorry, from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you state your name for the record.
Carmen Tarragona Saiz.
All right. So a violation report was presented to the court on October 3rd. According to the violation report, it stated that the defendant was currently in non-compliance due to a confirmed consumption on Scram. The violation date was for September 22nd, 2024. And the court issued the order on October 3rd, issued a judge's warrant and remanded the defendant without bond. All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking the court, I conferred with the state of Texas and they suggested, the original bond was at $5,000. They suggested to double the bond amount to $10,000. Mr. Matos is currently on the Scram, as you well know. Continue on Scram and to do weekly UAs. So we are asking the court to double the bond amount to $10,000 and weekly UAs and to continue him on Scram.
All right, is that the state's agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Matos, I have a few questions for you. If you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you hear will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, so I'm not going to ask you anything that's technically related to the charge that could be used against you at trial. But one, are you driving? Do you have a vehicle?
Yes.
yes,
And is that vehicle at your residence?
yes.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It's in the parking here.
It was an accident and that, so I don't know if he has.
No, I mean, currently, do you own a vehicle?
Yes, yes.
All right, where is that vehicle?
Parking lot.
Park.
Judge, I don't know, did he drive here today?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, did you drive here today?
Yes.
And does that vehicle have ignition interlock on it?
No.
No,
Do y'all want to discuss this agreement? Because here's the court's problem. He's on Scram. I'm not the person who placed him on Scram. Another judge placed him on Scram. And I'm assuming he was placed on Scram because maybe they assumed that there was a collision, vehicle totaled, and not knowing he has another vehicle. So right now, currently, I have someone who drove down to the court in a vehicle that's not equipped with any device. And we have an alcohol consumption on Scram. So do y'all want to discuss?
Yes, Judge.
But what I can, off the record, what I can tell you all, there probably needs to be somebody who can drive down here and pick up that vehicle. Because I'm not going to let him leave here in a vehicle that doesn't have ignition interlock. Yeah, okay. All right, step back. Yes, thank you. Erik Kelley.
And right here, for sure, you skip over here.
Hi. So where are we?
So, Mr. Behrens has stepped out. He was starting to review the file on the robbery case.
Mhm.
And, was trying to piece things together. So I'm kind of waiting his input on that at this point.
All right.
And I'm familiar with the case, Judge, so I mean, I can confer with Mr. Behrens as soon as he comes back.
Okay. All right, we'll do that then. All right. Thank you. All right, and wherever you all are ready on Matos, just let the court know.
We're ready.
All right, Mr. Matos.
Judge, he has the bond increase out of County Court 11 nonetheless. He's going into custody.
Okay. All right, we're back on the record on night mag number 733443. Have y'all had an opportunity to speak with regards to new information?
Yes.
All right, and
to have him install the ignition interlock on the vehicle.
And I think install that on any vehicle that he has access to or that he is driving.
And continue with Scrum, weekly UAs, and double the amount of the
$10,000
bond.
bond.
$10,000 bond.
All right, does he have, Mr. Matos, you're still under oath. Do you have someone to call to pick up your vehicle?
Yes,
All right, because that vehicle is not to be driven without ignition interlock.
no,
Do you have, I mean, no, you understand or,
yes, I do understand.
all right. This vehicle that you drove today, what model is that vehicle?
It's a Pontiac Solstice.
All right, do you have any other vehicle other than the Pontiac?
No, no,
Do you have a motorcycle?
no,
All right. At your residence, are there any other vehicles?
yes,
How many?
3,
So including your vehicle, that would make a total of 4 vehicles at your residence?
yes,
All right, does anyone want to address that issue?
That's the issue that the state has, is if he has access to these vehicles, he may be driving, so the state would be requesting ignition lock on each vehicle that he has access to.
Depends. I know that gets very expensive, but that's where we are.
Soy un cuarto, no conozco, son personas desconocidas. Soy un
I am,
cuartico.
I'm in a room, they are strangers, I don't know these people.
What do you mean?
En un cuarto solo de la casa. La-
I just want one room in the home.
State?
Well, Judge, there was a little bit of a difficulty there. I believe that if he's renting that room, at least that we could get proof that he's renting this room in that location, then that obviously would resolve it to a certain degree, but we would request that he not drive any vehicle without the ignition lock installed.
So just technically an apartment.
I mean, is it? All right. Where
I
you
mean,
live,
if
is it an apartment?
So it's
Es una casa. 50-19.
A house, 1519.
Oh, wait a minute, I don't need the address. Here's my question. You say it's a home?
Yes,
And is this the place where, how many bedrooms?
Por-
4,
So are you saying that the owner of the home is renting out rooms?
yes,
All right,
yes.
here's the thing. You're either gonna use the interpreter or you're not. Okay.
Yes.
Sí.
Yes,
So there are 4 people who live in that home?
Sí, sí.
yes, yes.
All right. Anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
So I just want to clarify. Does the court want him to provide a letter that he's renting that one room so that he only has to install the ignition interlock on his vehicle?
No, whomever he's renting the room from, there should be some sort of leasing agreement. Sir, do you have a leasing agreement?
No,
I think that the person that he rents from or leases from can provide a letter to the court.
All right. So the person you're paying, do you pay them every month?
yes, yes,
Do they give you a receipt?
No, no.
no.
Is this some cash thing under the table thing that people are doing?
No, yo le pago un cuartico.
I pay for a room.
Mm, ay, mm,
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not your civil attorney, but if you are paying rent to somebody, it would probably benefit you to get a receipt. Because sometimes if you don't have a receipt, that means it didn't happen.
una casa, creo que es una vivienda que de una casa de esa gente.
It's this house, it's like, these people's house, home.
All right, that sounds a little bit like something else is going on, but I'm not unpacking that today. Question, do you have somebody who can come and pick up your vehicle today?
Yes,
Who is that person?
a cousin.
What's their name?
Rolaidis,
Rolaidis,
Rolaidis
Rolaidis
Matos.
Matos.
All right. So how do y'all want to handle the exchange of these keys to make sure that it's his cousin who's taking the keys?
Escribí si podía venir, aunque no sé, no estoy seguro si pueda venir.
I wrote him to see if he could come, but I'm not sure if he can come.
All right, so that's another issue.
¿Me quieres dar las llaves a mí? I'll take the keys, Judge.
All right, then she said she will take the keys.
¿Dónde está el carro?
Ah,
Le marcas a él para decirle dónde está.
See if there's a card, if you park in the parking garage.
¿Está en el estacionamiento alto o más en la calle?
en la calle de aquí.
All right. Defense attorneys, see, people don't understand everything that defense attorneys have to do. That's why they say you're a counselor, you're an interpreter, you're a mom, you're a dad, have to do it all as a defense attorney. All right, this is what the court will do. The court will follow your agreed suggestion to the court, which is setting his bond at $10,000. I'll ask that the warrant be recalled, continue with Scram, and there's to be ignition interlock on his vehicle. I'm gonna order 120 sober meetings in 120 days, weekly UAs. And there's to be, sir, there's to be no driving of any vehicle that does not have ignition interlock installed. Do you understand? If you're driving a vehicle, ignition interlock must be installed. Do you understand?
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
All right. It's a nightmare number. I'll order that the weekly UAs, I'll order that the fees are waived, and I'll ask for outpatient treatment. And the fees will be waived on that as well. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing for the state, Your Honor.
Judge, is there a waiting list for the fees to be waived for the ignition interlock?
Oh, the ignition interlock, they're not gonna waive fees because that's a third-party contract. I can put in defer fees, waive fees. They're not gonna do it. I'll say it. So the ignition interlock fees are to be waived or deferred, but they're not gonna do it because it's a third-party contract.
And does that apply as well for the Scram?
Yes. All right, the only fees that I can waive are the fees for outpatient treatment and the fees for the UAs.
One other item, he's gonna go into custody. He has now a $10,000 bond for the nightmare case, and he also has a $5,000 bond for the misdemeanor case.
Mhm.
I don't know how long it's gonna take him to bond out. How long are you going to give him to install the ignition interlock?
The ignition interlock needs to be installed immediately upon release.
So is that 3 days, 5 days, 7 days?
If he's released on a Saturday, that ignition interlock needs to be installed on the first weekday. So that would be Monday. So if he's released Thursday, he needs to get it installed Friday. But if he's released on the weekend, then it's the next business day. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record, Mr. Matos, if you have an alcohol problem, you need to take care of that. Do not come back here again for violations. You understand? All right, if you need
Yes.
any type of treatment, you can let the court know and I'll order it for you. All right, thank you.
Your Honor, may I be excused?
Yes, thank you so much.
Judge, can I approach the discovery?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And everyone, just give me a moment. Norma, is Matos on the docket today or no? All right, who's here on Jonathan I'm sorry, Kelley. And then after that, I'll take up Dash.
Mr. Campion and I are here with Mr. Garahan.
Yes.
That just come to my attention that within the last, I guess, October 1st, Mr. Kelley's aggravated robbery case, which Ms. Green and I are on, got indicted. There's no new setting yet. Mr. Garahan was looking at the file nonetheless today. Mr. Zamora's got a case that he's not here, and Mr. Campion's got 2 cases.
All right,
So
so
we were wondering-
Zamora's case, what is?
That's a fraudulent use or possession of ID. Right, and but what I think might be useful, especially since we don't have a setting on this new indictment yet, is maybe we set all of them for the same date.
Mhm.
And it gives Mr. Garahan time to look through the case and see what he wants to do with the ag robbery case. And it gives him time to make offers for the drug cases if that's what he wants to do. I mean,
Y'all want to bring it back
Obviously-
on November 14th?
That's the decision for the state, Your Honor.
All right, we'll come back on November 14th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
oh, and then Judge, as far as setting bond, you had remanded him for, he got arrested for a couple misdemeanors in Guadalupe County.
Mhm.
And you had remanded him as a result. Is that something that we can address today as far as
Are
setting
you-
bond
If
again?
you set, if for hearing, I'll hear it.
Okay,
All
Right.
right. Yes, he still needs to make a bond. The only thing I did was set him a bond. So he should remain in custody until he makes the bond. The only thing I did was I lifted the remand without bond. Thank you so much. All right, who is here on Dash? Are you all ready to proceed?
We are, Judge.
All right, where is Dash? All right, court is calling 2021 CR 5546, State of Texas versus Jonathan Dash. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harris, Edelman.
defense?
Trey Maurer for Mr. Dash.
And are you Mr. Dash?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Jonathan David Dash who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 5546 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on July 26, 2021 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
To violation of condition number 2, how do you plead? True or not true?
I plead true, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have some, I'd like to offer some argument on behalf of why that is true, but kind of some reasoning behind it, if you would like me to reserve that for later or discuss it
Yes.
now.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, to follow the supervision officer's recommendation, ultimate amendment for state ISF.
All right, so why should I follow this? Because in his history, this is not his first motion to revoke. And I previously ordered felony drug court, and then I ordered ISF. So has he been to ISF before?
He has been to ISF, Your Honor, and he did complete it successfully. The reason we are asking for ISF again is because Mr. Dash, from my conversation with him, is in desperate need of mental health treatment. Even currently in the Bexar County Jail, he's supposed to be getting 5 mental health medications, different medications. He's only receiving 1. He recognizes, that he's made mistakes leading up to this point. I have a letter written by Mr. Dash that I can tender to the court, that Mr. Edelman has seen already. As discussed previously, we obviously did an MTR in June where you continued him. After that happened, he was doing okay for a little bit and then had another mental health crisis. His phone was stolen and his medication was stolen out of his bag. So that just kind of compounded on everything. He was, his entire bag was stolen. So including his phone and medication. So that kind of compounded on everything. He wasn't able to take his medications. And then again, not having a phone made it difficult for him to report.
But I just don't know what to do with him because I ordered Center for Healthcare Services. He's supposed to be going to Center for Healthcare Services. And even when people lose their bags, if you had been going to Center for Healthcare Services, you should know, I need to go to Center for Healthcare Services, or I need to report to probation.
I was on the street, Your Honor. I apologize. My mental health has been getting worse as the years go on. I didn't recognize it. My wife did. That's why I got displaced from my home after a couple months. Your Honor, I'm putting myself on the mercy of the court. I've been on probation before, like a long time ago. I can do this. I just need mental health meds put correctly.
But see,
Your Honor, please.
here's the court's problem. I don't think you've been doing it. And I tried to work with you because 2021, he was placed on deferred adjudication. And I ordered felony drug court. I ordered no contact with the church. And then after that, he picked up another MTR. That MTR was withdrawn. I altered amended conditions to include state ISF. And then there was another no contact with someone else. And then he had another MTR. And before that MTR, there was a miscommunication with the ISF. So it was reordered again. So then we come back in June of 2024. He picks up a new offense. I denied the motion to revoke, alternate amended conditions for ISP, the MIC, the UA hotline, sober meetings. I just don't think there's anything else that can be done.
Begging, putting myself on the mercy of the court. I just need my mental health meds, ma'am.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but what you're saying to me is what you said to me the previous two times when there was a motion to revoke filed.
Thought I only had one motion to revoke, Your Honor.
And I just don't know what to do.
Your Honor, there's, I think from discussing with probation, it seems like state ISF is the, I guess, only kind of inpatient facility. You know, he's asked me if there's some sort of psych ward that he could attend to, somewhere where the whole focus is mental health treatment.
And the problem is I can't keep him in state ISF for the duration of his probation. So I don't know what else we can do for him because history seems to suggest that he's going to go to state ISF. He's going to get released. Something's going to happen. He's not going to take his meds. He's not going to go to Center for Healthcare Services. And then we're going to be back here again.
I've been going to Center for Healthcare before I picked up the offense. I can do this, Your Honor. I'm begging, please, ma'am. I will do whatever it takes. You know, I'm not giving excuses for before. I'm not giving excuses now. Your Honor, please. I've never been to prison before. I'm scared beyond my belief, man.
No, I mean, I know everybody is scared. Nobody wants to go to prison, but my problem is you haven't been doing what you're supposed to be doing.
It's because I did not realize my mental health was getting me what it was. And I didn't realize I've been on my psych meds for so long before I picked it up the court. I didn't realize my mental health was slipping. My wife realized
any objection to the court reading the court summary?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, this is what it says in the court summary. Probationer completed DDRF in May of 2022 and ISF cognitive substance abuse program in March of 2024. Since his discharge from ISF, he has decided not to report to probation as directed, and his whereabouts are unknown. Based on this information, it will be recommended the probationer return to state ISF once again in hopes he will gain the tools and motivation needed to not only be successful in probation, but to become a productive member of this community. Yeah, so they're saying that you just get released and then you just don't do anything.
it's not the case. At the only time I was reporting until my bags got stolen after I had been put on the street by my wife. That's after almost 2 months of being out after the news, Your Honor. I can do this no matter what.
Your Honor, if I may, just ask the court if we can, I understand, you know, your reservations with him having, done ISF before. If, you know, he can get another opportunity at it, hopefully his medications can be adjusted so he's on the correct dose while he's there. And then again, when he's out, if he's on the correct dose, you know, I know Mr. Dash is confident he can complete everything correctly. I think, you know, ultimately all these issues stem from his mental health issues and, you know, not being on the correct medication.
All right, and could I have a trial court certification, please?
I'll get it. All right.
May I speak, Your Honor?
Yes.
This is the main issue is that in jail, they only give me one of my 5 medications. ISF don't give me one of my 5 medications. I thought I was doing okay when I first got out. I did 45 days of the 90 days, 90 classes at Club 12, which was one of the things that was in my bag when it got stolen. I did not realize I was slipping. The minute my phone got stolen, the minute I was out on the street from darting with my wife, so I started having issues. I called her. I didn't know that I was being looked at until the neighbor told me that the police had came by my old residence. I called the probation officer. She asked me what's going on, asked me where I was at. I told her Western Blanco on the street. I told her what the situation was. She told me to come in and I needed a ride from my wife. She said she's gonna come get me. We had miscommunications or whatever. Either way it goes, that she didn't show up, even though I called the probation officer. And we leave messages on her answering machine. Once again, still not making excuses. I should have tried harder than the police. I can do this.
Okay,
I can-
all right, if you could sign the trial court certification, please.
Your Honor, may I offer the board this letter that was written by
Yes.
Mr. Dash that may also provide some more context?
All right, thank you. All right. Mr. Dash, I understand your mental health issues that you're telling me about. I just don't think that probation is a good fit for you. We've done, or as the court has given you all of the chances, all of the conditions, and it historically, what happens is you're released from custody, and once you're released from custody, you're okay for a month, and then you just disappear, and then everyone has to fine you. This is what the court is going to do. Court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. The court will request the therapeutic community. The court will give you credit for any time completed in ISF and any time completed in DDRF. And you can explain that to your client, how much time he has. And I will recommend for you the therapeutic community. And Mr. Dash, I did take into we can go off the record. I did take in consideration that this is a drug case. I did take into consideration that you have mental health issues. That is why I'm giving you credit for any time that's been spent in ISF and any time that's been spent in DDRF and any time that you've been in custody. And the clerk will be able to give you the amount of that time, counsel. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the bench, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor.
Could you just hold him for a minute so he can let him know how much time he has in? All right, who is here on Clede, Stephanie Clede? All right, if y'all can come down. Court is calling 2022 CR 8049 State versus Stephanie Clede. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
Defense?
Donald Wilson for the defense.
And are you Ms. Clede?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
And did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Stephanie Clede who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 8049 for the offense of theft under $2,500 enhanced on September 22nd, 2022 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility and
Yes,
up to
ma'am.
$1,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. All right, is there a proposed agreement?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
Revocation and imposition of the underlying sentence, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, Ms. Clede would like an opportunity to discuss with you the issues that have been going on in her life that cause hardships and various other problems, and ask the court to consider other options.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Stephanie Clede.
All right. Yes, what would you like to
And she
say?
has drafted a letter that she would like me to give to you, and then she would like to just sort of explain it.
Your Honor, I would have much rather said it words in looking you in the eye, but I get tongue tied and a little nervous.
Oh, no, that's no problem. All right, what would you like to say? Or is you just wanted me to read the letter?
Yes, ma'am. And I also wanted to ask you if you could please consider letting me back out on probation. I think a year state jail or a TDC time, I think that's just like a way out. I mean, I really feel like the structure of probation is what I need right now. I take full responsibility for this current theft. I take full responsibility for what I've done.
So why would you commit a theft and you're on probation for that?
Well, Your Honor, to be honest with you, I didn't have the money and I was gonna sell the items to pay for rent that was already past due.
So why
had,
didn't you sell items to pay for rent that was passed through?
why did I?
Yeah, why didn't you?
Well, because I had stolen the items. I was gonna steal the items and
So let me ask you this. What do you think would happen in this world if everybody who has a bill that's overdue decided to steal?
it would be a horrible place.
Mhm.
Yes, and Your Honor, I take full responsibility for that. The saying, it's never too late, I guess, to change. You know, I'm 47 years old and I really have learned my lesson. Like, I don't want to do that anymore.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant the motion. The court is going to sentence you to 1 year in a state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's $1,000 fine, time and money to write concurrent.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Could I ask one thing?
Sure.
Could I be credited for the time served that I've already served?
Well,
Or
you're
fine.
legally entitled to any credit that you've been in custody for.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, state, what is happening with the new cases she has? And counsel?
Rejecting them, Your Honor,
All right.
and I am filling out the rejection now.
Who's here on Evelyn Olveda?
I am here.
Court is calling 2023 CR 2521 State versus Evelyn Olveda. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harrison,
defense?
Jose Rocha for
Can you move up?
And are you Miss Olveda?
Yes.
Counsel, you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Olveda, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication?
Yes.
With your attorney, did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
And counsel, are you going to be requesting deferred?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
yes, Your Honor,
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That is a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do believe so.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 010200. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
State, is that the plea?
yes, Your Honor,
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 180 hours of community service restitution, and a direct court evaluation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
Yes.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client's been taking a full responsibility of this, is understands what she did. It's not good for her or anybody in her family or the community. And she's thankful that the court would follow the state recommendation for the deferred adjudication. She believes that being placed in the deferred adjudication and with the help of probation, she'll be able to overcome this particular situation with drugs.
All right. So I have a few questions for you. Do you have any children?
No,
When's the last time you were employed?
I was employed 4 or 5 months ago,
Doing what?
helping my friend clean up his barbershop that he owns.
Okay. So how often were you using?
I was using twice a day.
Do you have any family support?
Yes,
Who is your family support?
my mother and my brothers.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will take in consideration 2024 CR 010200. The following evaluations are to take place while you're in custody. I'm going to want her evaluated for felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept her based upon what I've read in police report, then we'll next try Esperanza Court. And I'm also going to want a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow all recommendations of TAP. 5 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with minors, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
I went all the way to college.
All right. Oh, what did you study?
RN, nursing.
Okay. Well, you made your life harder, right? And let me just tell you why it's harder. Because in order to become a nurse, anything that requires a license, they do a background check. And in this court, if you're on probation out of here, I don't allow people to be home health care providers or work with minors. You understand?
Yeah.
So other than nursing, what's your dream job?
I really don't have one right now to then say.
All right, you need to start thinking about that, okay? So I'm going to do 200 hours of community service restitution. Those will be waived if she obtains a certificate from a trade school or if you complete college. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Can I do my TAP evaluation when I get out?
No. Here's the thing. I know why you want to be out, but you can't write your own program. If you could write your own program, you would not have been stopped by the officers with drugs on you, okay? It's for your own good. We can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. And I'm sorry, probation, could you add 120 sober meetings in 120 days? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe excuse her.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and everyone, I'm on break. Probation is on break. And we'll be back this afternoon.
Judge, I have an update for the court. We don't need a contested hearing after all. We've come to an agreement.
All right, so if you will take it up at 1:30.